Go. You do that a few times and you get better and better all the time. Another one I like to do is just draw one. I don't draw this. It's a series of squares. I just draw a square, and now I leave it a little bit short. What I try and do is draw lines that are the same width apart. That's pretty good. I can do that with a square, or I can do that with a circle. So I do a circle and I cut it a little bit short, and I try and keep it the same distance apart all the way in. So no, it's not a race. You don't have to do it in one go. It helps if you do. So that was not too bad. See, the gaps are about the same everywhere. I can start from the inside and go out if I want to. So I could do it the other way, where I go start with a little circle, and I get, just get bigger and bigger. There. So that's just a game. What you can see I've done wrong there is, this little gap here is quite narrow. This gap out here is much bigger than that gap there. So that's something I have to look out for myself when I do it next time. Okay, another one I like to do is just a drawing game. I just draw lines like this. They're all roughly parallel. It's very similar to exercise to this one here. I'll change colour so you can see what I'm doing. I draw. This is one way of drawing. I don't have to draw it first. I can have a practice go. And I draw it. And I'll try to get that line as close to the middle as I can. But next time I'll come back. So I draw backwards, and then forwards, and then backwards, forwards, and backwards. You see those two are good. This will show some really important things now. These ones here are pretty good. Those four there. This next two are bad. And the reason they are bad is my hand is falling off the table over here. So I'm starting to get wibbly. When you draw, there's two ways to draw on a flat surface. There's actually three ways. If the paper is standing upright like this, you can hold the pencil like that, and you draw with your arm straight. That's for very, very big drawings. Probably when you're much older, when you're at a table like this, the two ways to draw is, I can sit my hand on the table, I sit my hand on the paper, and the only thing I'm doing is I'm just using my fingers and my wrist. But I can only draw very small things like this. So I wanted to draw a smiley face. I can draw that. But if I want to draw the same thing much larger, I have to draw with my whole hand, my whole arm. Instead of just resting my arm here, I draw with my whole arm. So my wrist stays straight, and my whole arm moves together. So you see, I do my whole arm moving together. That's So they're the two ways to draw. You have to be able to draw both ways. This way is you have to be able to use your whole arm to draw pictures that are big, and sometimes it really helps to be able to draw this other way because it's quite steady. Notice how sometimes I even hold my wrist down with the other hand just to make my hand steady. And when you are drawing using your whole arm, remember what I was saying here, my hand was falling off the edge of the table. What I need to do is have a nice big space because my whole arm is going to move. If I have something in the way, I can't move my arm, I'm going to bump into it. So, and even if I don't bump into it, and I can see it out of the corner of my eye, it's going to distract me. So the best thing, just take them all the way out of the way and do a big, give yourself a nice big amount of clear space. Yeah? Okay. I think I wrote in the email that one of the best things you can do is have just a scrapbook of bits of paper that nobody ever sees. If you want to play games on it, you can play games on it. If I do that exercise again. So this bit of paper, I can do anything I like on it. So I can just practice anything I want to practice. And it doesn't matter because nobody ever sees it. You just rip it up, it's just scrap paper. And that's purely playing. Don't ever worry about somebody seeing it, so you don't have to worry about what anybody else thinks.